Linux 之父 Linus Torvalds 7月1號在 Linux 基金會的開源峰會跟老搭檔對談，前面26分鐘都在講 kernel 跟 Rust， 主持人忍不住講了一句話，全場鼓掌。
And I want to point out for the record, we made it 26 minutes into this conversation without talking about AI and LLMs. I think I think this will be the only talk in this conference that gets to that. That on stage you said that you see LLMs as just a tool, which I completely agree with. And you made this interesting statement that you say it offers an incremental efficiency of a 10x. And a lot of people said, oh, Linus thinks that LLMs make everything 10x better. And so I was curious, what...
That 10x was not scientific, right? That was pulled out of my ass number, obviously. Just to clarify.
That was 2 questions down, but
10倍是随口掰的，那真實的數字是多少？主持人接着問 ，LLM 對 kernel 社群到底是加分還是扣分？
How much do you think that the LLMs really create productivity advancement for not you personally, but for the Linux kernel community?
So right now we're at kind of the point where hopefully it creates more productivity than it takes away. We certainly saw more junk being generated by LLMs than we saw useful code up until early this year, basically. And even now, it's taking a lot of resources from developers because you get these bug reports. I mean, I don't know how many of you have seen this pattern in your own work. I bet it happens, or I know for a fact that it happens outside the kernel too, where you get bug reports that look entirely valid, and it actually can take quite a lot of effort to figure out that no, that was just hallucination. At the same time, what has definitely happened in the last couple of months is that we are getting a lot of really good bug reports. Most of the good ones require more than just the LLM, though. Mm-hmm. They require a person that then goes through the report that was generated by the AI and makes sure it was valid, and then also acts as the go-between between the developers who fix the problem. And we've had to push back quite a bit on people in the sense that if you find a bug with an LLM, it's not enough to just ask the LLM to make a bug report and then throw it over the fence to us. We want to see a suggested patch. We want to see the human who ran the LLM.
找到 bug 的机器变多了，但 kernel 的规矩是 bug 後面要有一個人。主持人接着補了一個他自己常講的分法。
The LLMs have gotten really good at finding bugs. So as an attack tool, as a tool to find problems, they have gotten a lot better. Certainly in the last 6 months, we have seen quite some improvement. But on the other side, on the creating solid code at that level that we expect for the Linux kernel, I always think about the LLMs are great at 0 to demo. You can create a demo of something in no time. But 0 to production code, I am still not convinced that you are necessarily faster.
Sometimes we do get patches from the AI, and in the simple cases, the patches are perfectly fine. But quite often, they are the kind of mindless Band-Aid kind of patches. They don't fix the underlying issue. They may fix the immediate problem, but the kind of bug remains, and it just is waiting in the hallway to hit you in another place instead. And those kinds of fixes tend to take the maintainers and developers who have been around for a long time and really understand the code. And LLMs, in my experience, have not been at that level yet. And that may change. That may change where you can explain that, hey, please look at the big picture and please try to fix this properly and please have some good taste. But right now, the good taste is mostly lacking. That out of personal interest, how many of you, so about half seem to be like software engineers. How many of you use LLMs daily?
Okay, so a lot.
So that's a lot. Not surprising at all. I was just wondering.
满场的人每天都在用，但讲到被 LLM 挖出来的那些老 bug， 他没有怪工具。
At the same time, I'm very much not a shoot the messenger kind of person. I think we're actually we're much the better off with LLMs finding bugs, even when they are embarrassing and they are things that we should probably have found two decades ago, and they are long-standing and bad bugs. But having them found is wonderful in the end, even if it might be a slightly painful experience right then and there.
So that's a very sad topic to end on. So let's talk about another great use of AI. Apparently you can use it to add Godzilla to the pictures that you send to your family from your trips?
Yeah, well, I use AI for my own toy projects, and every time I travel to some new place, and this is the first time I've been to India, I send the kids pictures of where I am, and for some strange reason, Godzilla seems to follow me around and gets added to those pictures. So there's many useful and less useful uses for AI.
I think Godzilla is a great place to stop.
写程式的人天天在吵的是，他一句话講完，找 bug，AI 已經比人強，修 bug 那種要看整體的品味還沒有，所以 kernel 現在的規矩是 LLM 找到的 bug 要有一個人跟着進來，